What if I told you that your iPhone is hiding a bunch of features that you'll actually use today, not someday? In the next few minutes, I'm showing you 10 iPhone tricks that can save you time, clean up your phone, and make you the smartest person in the room when it comes to your iPhone. And stay with me because the last tip on the list is a life lesson about how to actually recharge your battery when you're feeling a little drained. Let's dive in. First up, this is one of the simplest but most useful tricks. If you take a photo of a document and want to send it cleanly as a PDF, open the photo in the Photos app, tap Share, scroll down and tap Print, then tap the Share icon again, and Save to Files, or send it by email or text. This turns it into something professional in seconds. Save this one for later, because it's the kind of trick you won't think about until you suddenly need it. The next one is even faster if you're dealing with people instead of paperwork. If someone hands you a business card, you don't have to type it all in by hand. Point your camera at the card, tap Live Text, hold your finger down on the phone number, and tap Add to Contacts, and it pulls in all the details straight into contacts. This is the kind of trick that saves you time when you're at an event and trying not to fumble a name or misspell that email address. It also works great for translating text, which makes it even more useful if you travel. Don't forget to hit that like button if these tips are helping you. Now let's hit a tiny feature that feels small until you need it. On your iPhone keyboard, many people never realize how many symbols are hiding behind long presses. Tap and hold certain keys to reveal extra characters, such as the long press of the period to get the ellipses, or long press the 0 to get the degree symbol, or the $sign to get other currency symbols. And suddenly you're typing faster without jumping through menus. Once you learn it, you'll notice that you've been tapping around a much easier option. It's a small win, but it adds up. If one of these tips surprises you, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear about it. Here's a quick privacy check that I think everyone should know. If you ever see that camera indicator light at the top of your screen and wonder what app is using it, open Control Center and tap the indicator at the top to see which app is active. This instantly makes your phone feel more under control. I remember the first time I noticed an indicator light and I thought, okay, what's doing that? This gives you the answer fast instead of guessing. It's one of those simple but powerful tips. Now let's make sure that your edits actually look better than when you started. I thought it looked great until I compared it to the original and realized the photo was losing detail. When you're editing a photo and you're several edits deep, you may wonder if this is helping or making it worse. Just tap and hold to see the original before versus after view. This is the fastest way to check whether your edit has actually improved the picture or just made it different. That quick press is a great way to make sure your changes are actually helping. Okay, this one's buried a little deeper, but this is worth knowing. Sometimes Apple likes to move things around, and if you haven't noticed and you want to see the app updates, open the App Store app, tap your profile icon in the top right. The app updates used to be here, but now they are here. Tap App Updates, pull down to refresh the screen. You'll see the spinning wheel and list of updates. It's a quick step to bring all of your phone apps current. Otherwise, it may take a few days for them to auto-update. If you didn't know that this was tucked away in here, hit the like button. Now for a settings move that can make your daily use feel smoother. Here's a faster way to change AirDrop and Wi-Fi settings without digging around much. When you need to switch them quickly, open Control Center, long press on AirDrop for example, and then tap on AirDrop, and you can change your setting to everyone for 10 minutes. If you need to get a photo from someone that you don't have in your contacts. Same for Wi-Fi. Long press on Wi-Fi, then tap Wi-Fi again, and you can easily choose another Wi-Fi in your vicinity or quickly get to your Wi-Fi settings. I like this one because it's way more convenient. This next one is perfect if you like your iPhone to work the way you want it to work. If an app keeps popping up in your search results or lock screen when you don't want it to, go to Settings, Apple Intelligence and Siri, scroll to the bottom and tap Apps. Tap the app and toggle off Suggest App. This stops Siri from proactively recommending that specific app in your Spotlight search or widgets without losing Siri features for everything else. Now let's get into one that feels bigger than a hidden trick. Apple Maps can do more than most people realize. You can build a multi-stop route with up to 15 stops, reorder them, and navigate the route step by step. Here's how to do it. Search for your destination. Tap on the car icon for directions. Then tap Add Stop to search for your next location. Type in the name or address of your next stop. You can repeat this up to 15 stops total. Slide this list of directions down so you can pinch and zoom the map. And here's a pro tip. For each stop you select, you can scroll down the place card to get photos, ratings, good-to-know facts, hours, phone numbers, all packaged together. It's easy to reorder these stops. Just tap Directions, touch and hold the 3 horizontal lines next to a particular stop, and drag it into the preferred order. You can also tap the car or map icon and change the map to a satellite view and toggle on traffic as well. Double-check the map, and if it all looks good, tap the Go icon to begin your turn-by-turn navigation. This makes it really useful for a day of errands, or planning a road trip, or just planning your stops ahead of time. Now, this last one is a quick cleanup feature that most people usually forget about. Now, if anyone's told you lately that they tried to leave you a voicemail, but it said your mailbox was full, this is likely the culprit. If you want to permanently delete voicemails, don't just assume they're gone after you thought you'd deleted the voicemail. Open your phone app, tap Voicemail, scroll to the very bottom and tap Deleted Messages. Now tap Clear All in the top right corner to permanently erase them. Until you permanently clear that folder, your mobile carrier may see those slots as occupied, which is why you might get mailbox full when trying to leave a voicemail for someone, even though your main inbox looks empty. By the way, these limits are set by your carrier, not your iPhone itself. That's 10 hidden iPhone tricks that can save you time and you can actually use today. I promised you a secret feature for your life at the end of this video, and here it is. If you need a lift, don't look for one, create one. Do something for someone else. Send an encouraging text, help a neighbor, or simply give a genuine compliment. Your act of kindness will not only lift them up, you'll feel the difference too. This is Mike with Easy and Simple, where we focus on weekly iPhone tips and tricks. Subscribe for more iPhone tricks. It's free to do. A quick shout out to all my subscribers. You guys are the best. Share this video with someone who you think will benefit from these tips and tricks. And save this video for later so that you can come back to it when you need the steps. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.